Hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And welcome back to the Weird Science Comics YouTube channel, where I'm going to be going through the new #1, the Invincible Iron Man #1. And I tried to get through Christopher Cantwell's Iron Man run. I really did. But after jumping in and out a couple times, I bailed, hoping a new Iron Man book would hit the shelves. Well, Gerry Duggan has arrived with one, and I did like this first issue better than what we got from Christopher Cantwell. But by how much, we'll have to decide by the end. And I'm not saying that if you liked Christopher Cantwell's run, you won't like this. But if you're somebody like me who just didn't dig what Cantwell was doing and really wants more of a classic feel, classic Iron Man, this book may be for you, because it also may be for me. But before we end up continuing, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, enable the notifications, and let me know what you thought of the Invincible Iron Man #1 in the comments below. But let's get into this. We'll start with the credits, as we always do. The Invincible Iron Man #1 is written by Gerry Duggan, with art by Juan Frigeri, colors by Brian Valenza, and VC's Joe Caramagna on letters. Obviously, I'm not good with names, but boy, am I good with faces. Actually, I'm not good with faces either, because I don't pay attention enough. But here's what we go. It's going to be quick. This is going to be a very quick review. So, you don't have to really settle down for this. I'm trying to extend the length here. Most of this first issue is told through narration, and Gerry Duggan does put us into the head of Tony Stark, and we find out that's not a real happy place to be. We get a quick recap of Iron Man's origins and get a bit of his current status quo as well. And then boom, his apartment building blows up. And I mean, boom, boom, boom. It blows up to the high heavens, and while it's not Tony's fault, except that he kind of seems like he's targeted, and it's his fault for just being Tony Stark Iron Man, there are deaths, injuries, and lawsuits. And that last part does give us a She-Hulk cameo, puts Tony in more financial trouble than he already was in, which is cool, though, because it allows Tony to get back to the basics, and really does feel like what Cantwell was trying to do and failed doing in his run, especially at the beginning of his Iron Man run. Now, of course, Tony is going to try to figure out who is targeting him. And he does that by actually flying straight into a hulking flying suit that attacks him. Of course, Tony, he's always going to have problems with other flying mech suits. And it does. It just bashes right into him. The fight goes on a bit too long, but Duggan does a good job of showing Tony's attack strategy. This is where it does benefit us, being in the mind of Tony Stark, to see how he does things. See at points where, he might want to bring this suit down quick. Then he starts to think it's a dupe. Then by the end, there's a real big twist that actually kind of surprised me, as well as surprising Tony. Now, I know that I've been dissing Cantwell's run already in this review, so I'll ease up on that. I won't diss his run, right? I'm going to diss somebody else's run, because this mysterious villain did remind me a bit of the Redacted from Lansing and Kelly's Captain America book, the Sentinel of Liberty Steve Rogers book. But Duggan here plays things better, and that crazy twist ending, again, I did not see that coming. Now, all of this puts Tony, again, in a very bad place. We start with him already in a bad place, but now it's getting worse. And I think, again, that's why I like being in the mind of Tony. We see when things are going wrong. We see what's happening. We see that there's demons maybe in bottles, and they're back, because at the end of this, I know a lot of people are going to roll their eyes, because I kind of did as well. But at the end, it looks like Tony's back to his old bad ways. But I'm willing to wait and see how this resolves itself and works out, because I really did enjoy this first issue, because it was a solid first issue. The art's good. Duggan sets up a cool mystery, throws some added stakes into the mix. I am worried when Emma Frost shows up and it looks like there's a little romance going on. I don't really need that. But for now, this is an easy book to recommend to anybody or somebody looking for an Iron Man book on their pull list. I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. And it may not blow your mind. This first issue is not a mind blower, but at least it doesn't blow, like Christopher Cantwell's run. Boom, 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 boom. But thanks, everybody, for watching this. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, enable the notifications and let me know what you thought of Invincible Iron Man #1. And again, if you did enjoy Christopher Cantwell's run, I'm not here to fight with anybody. I hope that a lot of people did enjoy it. It just wasn't for me. I like this classic approach a little bit more, but that is it. So thanks, everybody, and I will talk to you later.
Go read comics.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science
is the revolution.
Weird science
is the revolution.
Weird science
is the revolution.